What if I told you that your business success doesn't depend on knowing the future, but on preparing for all the future that could happen? Let me take you my own story. My first startup failed not because I didn't work hard, not because I didn't know marketing. It failed because I didn't look ahead. I lacked foresight. In this final video podcast series, we'll uncover why foresight is your secret weapon in fast-changing world and how to use it to build your startup that survives and thrives. Hey everyone, I am Mustaiz Ahmad and welcome to the final episode of this 4-part series based on WARC report, Accelerating Growth with Marketing Effectiveness. So far, we have covered how to define success, data excellence, and advanced measurement. In this final podcast episode, here's what you're going to learn. 1. What foresight really means and why it's more than just predicting trends. 2. How lack of a foresight caused the fall of business like Nokia and how Apple used it to dominate. 3. The difference between entrepreneurs who plan for the future versus those who plan for many. 4. How to apply WARC framework to build foresight into your marketing strategy. 5. How strong foundation and culture accelerate your ability to prepare for the future. 6. Real-world case studies from companies like Reckitt and Mars. 7. Practical steps so you can take today to build foresight into your startup. 8. And a powerful lesson from my own personal failure and what it taught me about staying ahead. Foresight isn't about predicting the future. It's about exploring possibilities, identifying the risk, and preparing for pivot. According to WARC, most data marketers use is backward looking. But to accelerate growth, we must build a system that helps us look ahead. WARC emphasizes that foresight isn't just a trend, it's a foundational discipline. Yet, most companies are missing formal foresight methods in their planning process. Ask yourself, where will your future growth come from? Are you scanning for the risk or just reacting when it's too late? Let's talk about Nokia, a brand that once ruled the mobile phone industry. They had everything: the market share, the technology, the talent, and the resources. In the early 2000s, they were untouchable. Their phones were in everyone's hand. But here's the problem. They were so focused on maintaining their present dominance, they failed to anticipate what's coming next. They lacked foresight. They didn't see, or maybe they saw but refused to accept, that smartphones were about to redefine the market. They clung to their operating system. They dismissed touchscreen. They underestimated the role of software ecosystems. Now let's talk about Apple. Steve Jobs and his team weren't just asking, how do we compete with Nokia today? They were asking, what will world expect from a phone tomorrow? They anticipated the future where the phone would become a digital hub for music, photos, internet, and apps. And they built the future, even when the present didn't demand it yet. The result? Nokia faded, Apple soared. That's the power of foresight. It's not just about reacting quickly. It's about seeing the next wave before it hits and shifting your business strategy in time to ride it. As a young entrepreneur, your goal shouldn't just to be winning today. Your mission is to build the world that's coming, even if no one sees it yet. Now let's look at two very different entrepreneurs, Elon Musk and Nelson Bunker Hunt. Hunt was one of the richest men in the world in 1980s. He made huge bet that the price of silver would keep going up. He put all his money into one plan, one future, but when the market changed, he lost everything. Billions gone just like that. Now take on Elon Musk. He didn't just focus on one idea. He built Tesla, thinking ahead to a world clean energy and electric cars. He started SpaceX, believing that someday humans will live on other planets. He is also working on things like solar power, AI, and transportation. Musk didn't put all his hope in one basket. He looked at many possibilities, futures, and prepared for all of them. That's what foresight is. It's not guessing the future. It's being ready to different paths with flexible plans and bold thinking. WARC's framework includes 4 building blocks: defining success, data excellence, advanced measurement, the power of foresight. But these don't work in isolation. You also need 2 acceleration, which is foundation and culture. Foundation, your tools, strategies, and capabilities. Culture, the values and behaviors of your team. To practice foresight effectively, you need both. If your culture resists change or your system can't adapt, foresight fails. Foresight is a mindset and a muscle, and it must be embedded in your business DNA. Let's look at Reckitt. They implemented a foresight-powered decision platform using real-time data to plan for different scenarios. Result, a 14% increase in global net revenue with no added budget. At Mars, their chief digital officer talked about preparing for channels, specific unknowns, especially in retail media. By embracing test and learn culture, these companies using foresight not just to avoid failures, but to unlock competitive advantage. So what should you as a young entrepreneur do? 1. Build a scenario planning into your marketing. Don't just plan for one path, map out 3-4 possibility futures. 2. Scan for weak signals, consumer shifts, tech trends, policy changes. They are clues what's coming. 3. Embed foresight in your culture. Train your team to ask what if instead of what now. 4. Use external expertise. Sometimes foresight requires partnering with strategies or tools that can see patterns you might miss. My marketing mentor, Andras Handler, once told me, "You already know everything about marketing. My job now is to teach you how to apply it in real world." And that's what foresight is all about. Application. Not just knowledge, but preparedness for future. Let me leave you with this. It's not the strongest or smartest survive. It's those who are prepared. If you want your startup to thrive, don't just hustle for today. Build foresight for tomorrow. That's how you avoid fate of Nokia and follow the path of Apple. That's how you learn from my failure and build your own success. So if you found this video valuable, hit like, share it with another entrepreneur, and subscribe to my channel for more real, raw, and practical business wisdom. This was the final episode in our 4-part podcast series based on WARC report. Thank you for sticking with me. Now go out there and build your own business that lasts. See you soon.